Paris Hilton shared a birthday with Michael Jordan.
45 years old. She looks so young.
So does Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same age,
What a
too.
group. Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran's only
Would
35.
you believe that Michael Jordan and Larry the Cable Guy are the same age?
Also, it just seems like this is bad timing. It's unfortunate for cauliflower that it's National Cauliflower Day on Fat Tuesday.
I wonder if that was
just
by design.
That's kind of a bad break
Well,
for cauliflower.
Bad beat.
It feels like to me.
I would not want to share a day with Fat Tuesday, especially if I was
Another healthy food.
a tasteless vegetable. going up against King Cake, Fat
You haven't
Tuesday.
had fried cauliflower?
I was going to say, Chuck, you strike me as somebody who's never had cauliflower buffalo wings before.
I've not had those. I've had cauliflower mashed, not mashed potatoes, but mashed as though they were potatoes, and that's not bad. Cauliflower's okay.
It's
I was
important.
making a joke.
Yeah.
I wasn't attacking.
I
was not attacking.
I don't think big cauliflower is
He's worried
coming
that
for you.
cauliflower's going to be pissed at him. I was just kidding.
Big cauliflower.
Big cauliflower's all over me.
He's just offended cauliflower.
I know. All the cauliflower eaters out there coming for me.
With all due respect.
Yeah, with all my respect. Everything else I have. I'm good with cauliflower.
Tasteless vegetable. Respectfully.
Well, you put a little ranch dressing on it, it's not bad.
I'm not sure I've ever heard you apologize for a take before, quite like that.
Well, I realized
big
very
cauliflower.
quickly. There was I could see all the health food freaks coming after me.
Oh, golly, man.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
The first year is important. You got to win. Everybody wants you to do nothing but win. But can you set a foundation
One,
that
two.
you can build on for year 2, year 3, and so on and so forth? And you don't get a lot of time. Knowing Arkansas specifically, man, they just need unity. They need unity from across the state, the fan base, the alumni, the coaches, the recruits, everything, because it's a great place. It's a special place. You can win there. From what I can tell from the outside looking in, he's been doing a lot of the right things to try to get it going that direction.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, you're just talking.
No.
You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Everybody wants you to do nothing but win.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, well, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Just for the record, as we begin the show today, we are surrounded by vats of whiskey. So it could get out of hand in a hurry today. We got to keep this stuff away from Bart. Probably need to keep it away from me and Bo, too, if you want to get right down to it.
Whiskey
But,
barrels.
We have whiskey barrels, baby, and we're ready to roll.
We're celebrating Father's Day.
We are ready to roll
On
right
behalf
now,
of
Bo.
all fathers, yes, as Sterling would say.
This is the spot to be right here.
It's a great
I
spot.
like this. I do.
This
is
store's
terrific.
awesome. We're back in a tasting room.
I noticed
This is
that.
where they bring the whiskey out of the barrels and taste it.
I walked in and Roger was, directing me back here where you guys were, and I'm like, okay, we're going all the way to the back.
Yeah.
And we are. This is great. I like it.
Yeah, this is a different experience. MACADOODLES is an awesome place. We talk about it all the time. And on a Friday before Father's Day, the World Cup. Bart tells me we play tonight. Is that true? We play
Today.
It's not today. Tonight. It's today.
This afternoon.
Yeah.
This afternoon.
It's been that way all
2
week.
o'clock.
I
It's
heard
been that way
someone
since before the tournament started.
Yeah, I heard someone say 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
On Fox, if
On
I'm not
Fox.
mistaken. Yeah, that's just the word on the
Against
street.
Australia.
Are they any good?
Well, they won their first match.
Okay. Well, we did too, didn't we?
We did.
All right.
We did.
Well, America loves to celebrate. I feel like all of America was at the World they've been at the World Cup, or we've been experiencing the World Cup, but they were in New York yesterday for
Is
the
that incredible?
Your Knicks parade.
Yeah. If I could have gone, I would have gone. When I saw those guys climbing the light poles, I'm thinking that could be me. I mean, that could be me there. But man, that was just incredible.
Oh, they had a full-blown concert with
they did.
Alicia Keys.
saying. I mean, it could have been us.
Listen to that. She just full-blown concert, all the players back there behind her.
Not to mention the million people surrounding.
There were so many people there. That's all I heard from the people that were there reporting on the parade. Like these people that work at ESPN and they're Knicks fans and they wanted to go. We're talking this morning about how they couldn't go. Like they went, and you're there, but you can't get to the parade route.
Yeah,
there's so many people.
Yeah, that's what I heard or what I read from most of the accounts was if you weren't there like a couple of days ago, you were not going to be able to see what happened. But the one thing that just watching it yesterday, there is nothing like sports. Nothing brings people together like sports. It may be the only thing left that brings us together, if you want to get right down to it. Find me a place on the face of the earth that's more diverse than New York City. You ever been there?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, find me a place that's more diverse. There's New York City, and then there's America. I mean, that's kind of, if you get right down to it. But sports, the Knicks, have brought the biggest city in the world together. Only sports can do that. Only sports.
People unite over sports.
That's it.
Ironically, we have sports in politics now where they can debate it.
We do.
And we got a bunch of negotiating and leveraging going on. Who's going to fix college sports? And we've joked from the beginning, and maybe it's not a joke, that they can't fix it, and you don't take the something to the government to be fixed. But we're trying, and all kinds of people are fighting over it. And I think you were saying before the show it's never going to happen.
Well, there are those who believe that this bill will not pass. Those who are, more experienced than I in matters like this, and they say that it's not going to pass. That just because it's been sent to the full Senate, I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know exactly what's in the bill after all the work that they did yesterday. And I'm not sure if I were to read it, I'd fully understand it all anyway.
You know somebody that could explain it to us? Just kind of lay it all out, summarize.
I don't know.
Arthur.
Arthur's
in Vermont. Let's go ahead and get to him right now. Arthur, happy Friday. It's your weekly call. Let's make it a good one.
Welcome.
I don't know anything about the bill. We'll learn more about it as it goes. Like you guys say a lot. Hey, come Saturday, week 1, I don't care. You know where I'm going to be. And as I learn more about this defensive coordinator and the players that he's assembled, and I went ahead and sent in a screenshot. The line opened on the Utah game. It has gone from 11.5 to 10. Sharp money's moving the line. That's always a good sign.
They're a 10-point underdog. 10 points.
Yeah, it started at 11.5, and then the sharp money decided to move it to 10. It's going to probably stay at that 10, at that key number. See, that's some more of the language of the degenerate right there.
I noticed that.
Sharp money.
I noticed that.
The 10s, the 7s, the 3s.
Yeah, buddy. But with that being said, the U.S. team does play today, and if this team isn't going to win you over, this is the best World Cup team. And I've been watching World Cup since I was in the Army because I was stationed in Germany since 80, I can't remember if that was 90. It was the same year the wall came down. So, and there are times the U.S. has won, and they, it's kind of like maybe they shouldn't have won, but they made a gutsy play at the end, or they had a counter. This team, I mean, they got their setup, man, and then they got the striker. I mean, like a problem striker that actually plays. I think he's a starter on some European teams. Pulisic plays for AC Milan. There's a lot of talent here, and that was just a clinic in good soccer. It's all the times that I've watched other teams play, like Brazil and Argentina. I'm like, man, I wish the U.S. team had a team like that. But yeah, this team's for real. And I don't know what to make of this, Mill. I don't like it. I don't like this whole thing with the media rights, the pooling of me. I don't like the sound of it. It just something about it. I just think that our guys have really figured out our guys, but the people that really support the program was more than just like good energy like I can bring to the table, but like the substantive things. I think they figured out. I think they're navigating this environment very well now, and it didn't work out last year. But I don't really want them to change anything. And then one other thing over the weekend, I think that.
What are you talking about? Well, our guys. Who are you talking about?
Like the Tyson family, J.B. Hunt. I think
you're talking about like Arkansas's athletic department and the people around it, supporters.
People that put up the money for it, because they figured out. Tyson. For the.
I don't need you to explain it. I just needed to know who you were talking about. Keep rolling.
Oh yeah. They love the program, but they also have they're really good business people, like top of the line business people, and the Stevens family, and just people that are willing to put up their money to let some. Well, I was about to say something wrong there. Let people like me really enjoy this. Can't say enough about what the baseball program's doing. So yeah. And I tell you, between what I feel like Arkansas is going to do in week 2, what the baseball team is doing, Arkansas just got a big man. It is a good day to be a Razorback fan. And, Congress is going to do what they're going to do. I'm not going to let that bring you down.
Yeah, no, I understand.
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I mean, we deliver the news here and some commentary.
Arthur's calling the upset week 2.
Is he calling the upset or is he calling the cover?
What are you calling there, Arthur?
Oh yeah, it's going to be an upset. If I could have bet the money line yesterday, I would have done it. But it's not available yet. But I'm all in. I got my money on the over 4.5 wins. Yeah, it's nice when.
What makes you feel that way about Arkansas football?
Look at their roster. Especially in this game. Now, when they play Georgia, it's going to be different, but I don't believe in Mike Bobo as an OC, so we might have some success there. I've already looked at the online version of the Phil Steele, dude. It's exactly what I suspected. You look at what Utah has coming in. They have like a defensive lineman transfer from Montana State, okay? Their entire offensive line has to be replaced. Their entire defensive line had to be replaced. There is no solid black. When you open up your field still, you got the VHTs and like highlighted blacks, like bold text. Arkansas has quite a bit. Utah has none. All right, so it's just the sharp money has said.
Yes.
Brad Powell. Yeah, they're like these numbers just don't like. This is like. That's why it dropped. You might say Utah home favorite, maybe 4-7, maybe you can give them that. But they have a quarterback that can run. But this defensive coordinator is really good at stopping the RPO. I have learned a lot about this guy.
Wow.
It's kind of deep.
It's like you got to be. Look, it's not that I feel like a degenerate lives a sad life. It's like the fact that I am a sports degenerate and I'm not sad is a sad, commentary.
Bart, your thoughts? Yeah,
I don't.
You don't agree with any of this?
Look. I mean, we don't know. We don't know anything.
Well, Arthur does.
Arthur's
been digging in.
I understand.
He's done a deep dive.
Frankly, he's ahead of us on our research in the season. He's ahead of it. It won't be for long, but he's there.
It's June 19th.
On June 19th, Arthur, you can write this down. You are ahead of the Chuck and Bo
show.
He's
been to the Phil Steele online version already.
I understand.
Exactly.
I understand.
He's not even waiting for the magazine to come out.
Look. I'm just not.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
No, don't quit on us.
Come on.
It's too early for that. We got a whole show.
We're not even in the first break.
There is zero evidence, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. There is zero evidence that supports an idea that Arkansas is a better team than Utah. Zero evidence.
Arthur, what say?
Come on,
what
bro.
say you?
Okay, Will. All right. Okay.
That's all you got.
Arthur gave us the idea that Utah is not returning many players. They've had to go replace a bunch of players.
They have a quarterback.
They have a quarterback. He said that
Okay.
you had to replace their entire offense. He can't throw the ball.
He can throw the ball just
cannot
fine.
throw the
He can
ball.
throw it
Are we
fine.
caught in the
that guy.
Utah pass trap?
Yes.
The pass trap of what
Yes.
Utah was under
Yes.
Kyle
That
Whittingham.
he's
He's at
coaching
Michigan
Michigan
now.
now.
Are we caught
They're
in
a
that?
different team,
And we're
different
also
program.
caught in the Arkansas failure trap.
Yes.
Are
This
these
is
two
not
things
Chad
not
Morris
true?
against Kyle Whittingham. That's not what this is.
And look at these rosters. Just look at these rosters. Just go when you get off here. Go to your. I have my Phil Steele already coming, so I already have privy to the. It's just like look at where these guys came from. I'm talking about, dude. There's a difference. There's a difference in size. Arkansas is the better team. Brad Powers agrees with me. If you don't believe me, then spend your time learning a little more about what's going on in college football today. I've been listening to all this stuff, but I can lead a horse to water, but I can't force it to drink. I can
only do what you can do, Arthur.
I can only do what I can do, bud.
All right.
But so that. Have a good time, but the U.S. team is pretty good. I certainly hope Bart's wearing his jersey today.
He is.
I got to get my hair cut. I'm going to go see Gal Pal Val. You guys have a good day. I'm going to sit in front of the TV and watch a lot of soccer.
You're going to have to handle the
Arthur.
phones, Edward. You've got the exit ramp here. Thank you, Arthur. Bart, we're not really trying to pit you against Arthur here. I think it's an interesting conversation.
That's what it sounds like.
I think it's an interesting conversation. We have two different opinions here, which would sum up most people. And I think most people would be with you. And I want to challenge the notion, just for a second. We'll take a break and come back. I want to challenge the notion. Like, are we sure that Arkansas is not as good or better than Utah? And what makes us so sure about that? We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista, the Chuck and Bo Show on the road today. We are surrounded by barrels of bourbon. Happy Father's Day. Good morning.
It's coffee.
We got wackos, people. There are wackos everywhere.
I call them our babe. I mean, you call them wackos as well.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you see the bubble, does that mean they're texting you, or does it just mean they're texting?
No, it means they're texting you.
Because sometimes you'll see the bubble and then they'll think, no, I guess I don't want to say that.
It's like when I text you at night, good night, I'm thinking about you, Chuck, I love you. And I see the bubble come on, and then it goes off.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I just feel like that we're caught up in the past, and we've got this bad attitude as a fan base, and that we earned the attitude. You know, it came honestly. But do we have an attitude problem as a fan base when we think that Arkansas automatically is not going to be any better than they were in previous years?
Well, I think we have become conditioned to think that something bad's going to happen, and that they're going to find a way to lose the game. You know, that's where the almost always almost win thing comes from. And I do think on this Utah game, there is an air of hopelessness, which surprises me among a lot of people. Now, you know, if you base this on what's happened the last few years, I mean, I get it. I mean, I do. But by the same token, Utah's situation is I mean, they're you know, their staff's just as new as ours, and so. Yeah, I think we're caught up some in what's happened in the past, but that's kind of how we do it.
If it was a home game, Bart, how would you feel any differently about Arkansas's chances to win? I mean, obviously a little bit, but would you still feel like Arkansas is probably a decided underdog?
I think Arkansas would still be an underdog. Obviously it wouldn't be a 10-point spread. It'd probably be closer to 6. Maybe even shorter than that, maybe like 4, something like that. But the fact of the matter is, like, there's so much unknown, right? The one known commodity in this matchup is that Utah has a good quarterback. That's the one thing we actually know about this matchup at all, right? We do not know if Arkansas has a good quarterback. We don't know what this Arkansas team is going to look like at all. We have no idea. So the only reason that my thoughts are where they are right now is because Utah has a known quantity, and it's the most important position on the field, and they're playing at home.
All right.
I think Utah, there's every reason for people to look at this game and view Utah as a favorite. There's every reason for that. I understand that. I don't understand the feeling that there's no way, like when people say there's no way that Arkansas's roster is as good as Utah's. I don't get that. I don't.
And that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying when people look at this game and they size it up, even the odds makers, when they set the 10-point line, I'm not really sure what they're basing that on other than what's happened in the past. And everybody that, came up with this track record of the past is gone on both sides. Everybody's gone. So the idea that's what you base your feeling on, I'm not sure I completely understand that. I do understand Utah being favored. I don't understand the fact that maybe it's double digits and that there are people even on our side who just don't feel like that the Razorbacks have a chance.
I think they've done a decent job putting the roster together at Arkansas. I think we tend to go with what we know. How good's the running back? How good's the quarterback? How good, are the skill guys or, whatever it may be. But what if they're solid on the defensive line? What if they're solid on the offensive line? What if they're not that flashy, but they don't make a ton of mistakes, and they make you beat them?
Well,
what if they are disciplined like Ryan Silverfield, preaches, and that's what the whole program's built on?
What if their left tackle misses a block on the first series, and our guy hits him from behind, and the ball comes out, and the Razorbacks recover, and they score early? We're doing so much assuming right now. Yeah, this quarterback may be a more proven commodity, but I guarantee you somebody hits him from behind, he's going to fumble, just like a guy that hadn't played. So there are things that, all things being equal, yeah, go with a better quarterback. Again, that's why Utah should be favored. But the idea that Arkansas has no chance, I'm not buying into that.
Well, we got a month. We got a month until SEC Media Days get here. And then we'll be into August, and then we'll start talking. Yeah, we have a whole month. But you know what? Like, Arthur's excited about football season. That's what got this started.
He's already looked at his online Phil Steele. Come on.
Yeah, he's got the paper version coming. We've got ours coming. We got Phil Steele coming on the show, and in a month we'll be talking a lot of football. So we're ahead of the game here. Like, but people are going to be interested at the beginning of the season, I think. And then whatever happens in the first couple of games will determine how many people hang on. And I'm not just talking about winning and losing, but does it look like we can compete and Arkansas has a team that's going to be in games?
Right or wrong, the Utah game is going to be a barometer
big time
for a lot of people. And that's just, when you're going, halfway across the country to play your second game and people say that's a barometer, I don't know that that's entirely fair. Do what?
Matt, I'm just reading Matt's text.
Okay.
Matt and Baldwin says we have battered fan syndrome.
Maybe so. Maybe there's something to
He
that.
wants to know if we can stop the abusive relationship we have with coaches.
Maybe
John L. Smith, Chad Morris. He mentions Bielema and Pittman. I don't feel like those are abusive. They had moments.
Well, they had
Bielema
moments where your heart was broken.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too. But Pittman was responsible for the last 9-win season we had. But anyhow,
doesn't seem that bad right now, does it?
Golly, bad. If you could win 9 games a year for 5 straight years, but the guarantee is you're never going to win more than 9 regular season games. That's the guarantee. That would you take it? If you're a Razorback fan, would you say, "Hey, we'll settle for 9 wins"? Like right now, that's not settling. That's a major achievement. But if I said you got to stick with that, you're never going to be better than 9 wins, would you take it? Or would you say, no, I'll take some 2 wins and some 4 wins and some 5 wins if someday we can win 10, 11, 12 games?
No, if they expand the playoff, you're going to make it every year.
Well, 9. I was going to say 9's going to get you into the playoff a lot of years.
Yeah, but would you take a guaranteed 9 wins every year over the chance to win 11 or 12 once every 5 years?
Yeah, I would.
If it gets you in the playoff, absolutely.
Yeah. With the way it's set up now, yes. Now, prior to the playoff, as it's about to become, I'm not sure I'd say yes. But you go 9-3 now, most years you're going to be knocking on the door of the playoff. You go 9-3 out of our league, you're going to be knocking on the door, and most years I would think you might get in.
If you think about it, that doesn't feel as insurmountable. I mean, losing 3 games in a year, it used to be that if you lost 1, you kind of felt like you were out of it. If you lost 2, you kind of felt like definitely
you're
out
right.
of it. And for
you're
3,
right.
you couldn't even.
You're right.
But now you can lose not 3 games and potentially be in the playoff.
Well, if it's 24 teams, you're guaranteed.
Yeah.
I mean, you might get in at 8-4. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, what's funny about the whole Arkansas football conversation that we've been having for years is how do we win at football? It's never been more set up to win. That doesn't mean that you're Georgia or Notre Dame or pick a school, Ohio State. But you're more in a position to win, maybe not than you've ever been. Like if you go back to the Southwest Conference, you go to when the SEC had teams on probation, and during the Houston Nutt years, some of the SEC wasn't quite as good. But in this era, in the last 10 years or so, the environment is set up for you to be able to compete, to win 8 or 9 games. You just have to, you got to put it together. And they're in year 1 of, doing that under Silverfield, but we'll see what year 1 looks like. I'm ready to see what years 2 and 3 look like.
You've got to put yourself in a position to get lucky. The year Arkansas won 9 games under Pittman, go back and watch those games. Every break a team could get, the Razorbacks got. I mean, every break a team could get. That's part of it. You're not going to get years like that very often where all the breaks seem to go your way. You're not battling injuries. I mean, you just kind of live a charmed life. That's what happened that year, and quite honestly, in the SEC, if you're going to be a 9 or 10 win team, that's what's got to happen.
I didn't have football on the bingo card today.
Well,
it just came out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, it kind of did,
and we went there for a second because he's big. He's big on the Hogs. You don't hear that from many people.
Arthur called the Razorback win in Utah. I mean, first thing.
Yeah. And then he called it in this morning.
Yeah, he did.
We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista in Pineville. Doors open at 7:30. Come by this morning and say hi if you can. It's Father's Day. Looking for something special for Dad? They've got some great bourbons here, and they got everything here. They got barrel bourbons here. In fact, we're surrounded by barrels right now in the tasting room.
I know.
It's a pretty cool setup this morning, actually. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. They love honoring dads. They love honoring you, helping you bank better every day. Log on to fsbank.com to learn more. First Security Bank, member FDIC, 632. Good morning.
Well, I've got a lot more rhythm than people realize.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamworks COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What has the impact been? I mean, we could talk about, I know you wanted to win more games and how hard you guys fought in that game against Nebraska and how much it probably took out of you. We could go over all that. But what has it been like in the aftermath here since you've gotten home? You're talking to people, I'm sure, about what do you think the impact was of getting to go to the College World Series for the first year on this continuous journey you've got the Arkansas softball program on?
Well, I think we're still feeling the impact. I think it's been incredible to see the reach. Obviously, we were the most viewed opening day game in World Series history. So there's so many people that got to see our fight and all of that. But, I think, we'll be in a lot of recruiting conversations starting next week, and I think that we're going to really feel that impact, because that was the only thing you couldn't check with our program. It's a place where you're going to be loved, you're going to be pushed, you're going to be developed, you're going to play elite softball, you're going to win a lot of games. And there was they haven't been to the series, and now we've checked that, and we know how to get there, and experience in getting there is so valuable. And so, I think it's been amazing to feel and see, and my phone is still going, of just the outpouring of support and encouragement for our program, how we do things, what we did, the amazing year we had, but how we do things is really refreshing to a lot of people. And for me, it's great to hear that, but I know that, so so it's been fun. It's been overwhelming, just the amount of just communication, text message, calls, all of it. And then I'm hoping we can continue to feel that impact as we need momentum as we go into the portal and all those things.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? MACADOODLES or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be MACADOODLES.
MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for top, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
MACADOODLES, that's where we are. Man, what a spot. It's Father's Day. If you're looking for something special for Dad, if he likes bourbon, if he likes wine, get you a selection here. If you're watching the World Cup later today, if you got a watch party.
Hey, I'll tell you what a great Father's Day present is. Just bring Dad here. Just let him wander around. Yeah. Just say, hey, man, I'm going to drop you off. I'll be back in an hour.
Yeah, it's a shopping experience.
It's like a wonderland.
It really is. It's a shopping experience, and we're here today doing the show just north of Bella Vista, Jane, Missouri, Pineville, about 30 minutes from where we live, where the show originates.
Back in the day, this is where you came to buy lottery tickets. You know, all the world's changed now. You can do all that stuff at home now.
When Benton County was dry,
that's right.
This is where you went to Fayetteville
that's right.
or here. And those were your options.
The old hands in Northwest Arkansas know exactly what we're talking about. I mean, this used to be where you came, you got your stuff, you turned around, you went home.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're on the way to the river or whatever.
That's right.
So we caught the football bug there. Did y'all realize we caught the football bug?
Arthur brought it in.
We had to kind of get out of it.
We've been talking about it off the air.
I know. We continued to talk about it. But there's so much more going on right now. Arkansas got their commitment from Frolov. First name.
Ilya
Frolov. 6'11", 225. Another big man. Paul Biancardi will join us later to talk about it at 8:30. Richard Davenport's on at 8. He'll talk about it. But Paul's scouted the guy, intensely and really knows this Arkansas roster and all the players on it. And I just think they're loaded. I mean, this fear of they didn't get what they needed in the portal inside from a size perspective or what you want to call a big, I think that's wrong. I don't think it maybe looks exactly like you wanted it to, but I think they're way better than they were last year in the front court.
I don't think we should underestimate the influence of these international players and Muranen and Frolov, Paolo. This is a global game now. The game's changed. We talk about that from a professional perspective a lot. It's changed at the collegiate level, too. I like going after the European players. I like that they've got the budget to go get them. I think these guys are going to help. Frolov, Muranen, I think these are going to be vital cogs in what Arkansas does this year, particularly Muranen.
Billy Richmond was on the Razorback Daily and said this about this group of guys. Oh, hold on. Let me get you the full audio
Here we
volume
go.
so that we can actually hear it. Here we go.
I call him Baby Dirt.
Oh, boy.
Mika. Yeah,
That's
Mika.
big. That's big.
I call him Baby Dirt, yeah.
Love that.
He's got all those turnarounds and fadeaways and step backs like Dirk Nowitzki. He is skilled, isn't he?
Crazy skill. I mean, stretch the floor. I mean, this whole freshman class is great. The runs that we be having, they just don't even look like freshmen. I can say that.
Chuck, yesterday, two things happened to me. I ran into Cooper Bowser, the 6'11" guy they got from Furman, and I was trying to hold a conversation with him. It's complicated. Like, that is and I'm not even trying to be funny, that is a long way up for me to try to talk. I mean, literally like this, if you're watching on the YouTube stream. You can only do that for so long.
Neck starts
like
to hurt.
Really, you can't make.
That's how talking to Paolo is.
You can't hold eye contact. Yeah. You just look down at the ground, you look away, then you give your neck a rest, and you go back and you go for another few seconds.
No, it's true.
I mean, this is a true story. Nice, great guy, nice fella. Like, doesn't look undersized to me. I mean, doesn't look too skinny to me. Go look at his stats. By the way, he was at the same school for 3 years. It just did nothing but get a whole lot better. And before you tell me, it was just Furman. Like, there's all kinds of guys doing all kinds of damage in college basketball started at mid-majors. But that's just Cooper Bowser. The second thing that happened is I ran into a guy who's a professional basketball player who you could probably figure out who it is, who's been running pickup with these guys, former Razorback. And he said, that Mika dude is unbelievable. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, I don't even know how to describe it. He's just unbelievable. I go, well, like what? He goes, dude, I'm just telling you, this guy might be the first pick in the draft. This guy's a top 5 player. If he's not a top 5 player in next year's draft, I'll be shocked. And I was like, well, what about him? He goes, you can't describe it. Like, he can shoot, he can defend, he can jump out of the gym, he can rebound. He's just
He's got stuff you can't teach.
Well, when Z talked yesterday about him working on that fadeaway over his off his right shoulder baseline, getting that shot up over Paulo, I believe is what he said.
He's a 7-footer,
and Paulo's a 7-footer too. And so, this is a guy that evidently has an array of moves and can score in a lot of different ways, but is a complete player. And you were just talking about that, the way that he defends. That's why I say I like the fact that they're going after these kids. I think there are players all over the world. And with college basketball the way it is right now, go get them. Go get them. You can pay them. They may even have some, club experience internationally that is beyond what we see from our college players. And you can sign them. You can bring them over here. So go get them.
I apologize to overhype it maybe or to hype it. When you hear stuff like this, you watch the videos of the guy play. He's like He's like Trevin Brazil was when every once in a while Trevin Brazil would take somebody off the bounce and hammer it.
Yeah.
This guy does this in traffic routinely. Like, I'm not just talking about here in pickup games. I'm talking about go back and watch his videos.
Yeah, he's extremely skilled. He's an extremely skilled. That's the difference, right?
Well,
he's got the size
yeah.
and the skill.
Touch. Well, we're going to have to find out if he can play through contact. That's what we're going to have to find out because there's a lot more to it than skill level in terms of being a scorer. And so we're going to
did really well.
Yes,
back half of the year.
Yes, there was a toughness there that separated him, and we're going to have to see what the situation is with this guy. But all accounts are that in terms of the skill level, nobody's going to debate that.
6:45, the Chuck and Bo Show. If you're looking for a getaway this summer, maybe a long weekend, maybe a staycation, how about Oaklawn? Arkansas's only casino resort.
I was thinking about that the other day.
We love going to Oaklawn, don't we? Clay Maxey called in the other day because he heard us talking about it, and they were down there for an event. And he called me, and he was like, dude, this place is unbelievable. And I'm like, yeah, but it's what we say it is. The experience is fantastic.
It is really good.
And look, if you don't play in the casino and you don't want to do any of that, you don't have to. You can go down there and have an amazing time without having to go in the casino. But the people watching, and then the surrounding areas, DeLuca's, all the restaurants, in restaurants in Oaklawn. Yeah. Oaklawn.com, you can check out the events they have. They always have promotions going on at the casino, but you can find out anything you want to know. Book your room now at Oaklawn.com. Good morning, Chuck and Bo Show. We're at MACADOODLES just north of Bella Vista.
Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call, or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly, and when it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Don't be talking down to people, Bart.
I'm going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at MACADOODLES or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
MACADOODLE, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
They have like these Jack Daniels statues here.
I know.
They're not
I
really
saw
like
that.
full-blown statues,
I
but they
know.
look like statues. Like people come and ask them if they can rent them out for parties, and it's the actual height of Jack Daniel.
He was not a big man.
How tall was
Struck by
Jack
that.
Daniel? Do you know?
No, I don't know.
877-377-6963 if you want to text in. The first person that can nail it we'll give you a gift card to Walk-Ons. So Bart, just make sure you note it so we can take care of it on one day. But you got to nail it. If you looked it up, like Scout's Honor, don't do that. Like
Don't be
Scout's
a loser.
Honor.
Yeah.
Don't
Let's
be a
do
loser.
this on the honor
Does that
system,
even
gentlemen.
does that exist anymore? Like
I don't
the
know.
honor system?
But I used to. If you said Scout's Honor, I mean, it was like, well, he must be really telling the truth.
Yeah, and then somebody have their fingers crossed behind their back.
Yeah,
That's how old we are.
That's right.
But we were talking about all the big guys, for Arkansas and how I think they're better than they were last year at that spot, even if it doesn't maybe look exactly like you thought it would or wanted it to out of the portal. We'll talk to Paul Biancardi, who's the ESPN Director of Basketball Recruiting, at 8:30 today. But then we started looking at Jack Daniel.
Yeah.
And we got someone that guessed it. So it looks like Jackson from Fort Smith was first up.
Jackson, did you know that, or did you look it up?
Yeah, Jackson,
looked it
you got to
up.
tell us if you looked it up or if you knew it. Regardless, we won't linger on this.
Yeah.
5'2".
Yeah.
He was not a tall guy.
By the way, fun fact: my mom's 4'11", but at 5'6", I think I could have been a boss in Jack Daniels there.
Yeah. You could have been a baron. You could have been a whiskey baron.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, Bart, who are some of the you looked up U.S. presidents because we got into this conversation. You talked about going to see where George Washington.
Yeah. When you go to Mount Vernon, the thing that I remembered or struck me was how short the beds were. And human beings were just smaller.
Same
back
thing
then,
in
shorter.
Alcatraz.
Yes,
when you go visit Alcatraz, everything's tiny. All these little bunks, and you're like, how do people fit in here?
And I'm thinking, in a different era, Bo could have been the leader of the free world. He could have been.
Could have been a complete badass.
Could have been. He could be like the guy that runs everything.
Not now, but in a different time.
Now you got to be 6'2" to even have a prayer becoming
anybody
president.
that respects you at all.
That's right.
John Adams was 5'7". James Madison was 5'4". William Henry Harrison, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Ulysses S. Grant, all 5'8".
Who was the first 6 feet tall president?
George Washington.
Is that right?
George Washington, 6'1", 6'1.5".
Monster. Like Ralph Sampson back then.
Yeah, much taller than the average man.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah. Towered over his peers. That's why he was the first president. That's why he was the first president.
Yeah, we're
people feared him
right now.
Hey, don't forget it's Father's Day on Sunday. Celebrate Dad. Today's Juneteenth. It's June 19th here. The Chuck and Bo Show. We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista in Pineville.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team, WT Equipment, is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 3:16 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into john316thecure.com.
World full of shortcuts. One whiskey, refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirit retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
Today's a big day. I just learned something I literally have wondered.
It's 2 days in a row.
My entire life.
We've had some pretty big learnings here.
We get to the bottom of the questions that, people want answers to here on this show. And all my life I've wondered, why is it Hardee's one place and Carl's Jr. in another? What's the dividing line? I know some people have...
You're not alone.
I know some people ponder more weighty questions than that. But that's the sort of question I ponder. Why is it Hardee's in one spot and Carl's Jr. in another? Well, I, of course, said it out loud during the break, and our boy here, Bart, gets to the bottom of it. What's the story, Bart?
You're so excited.
I am.
That's awesome.
So, Carl's Jr. is the elder company. It was founded on the back end of a Carl's
on the back of a pickup.
A Carl's drive-in restaurant. That's why this is Carl's Jr.
Ah, well, that explains everything.
Yeah.
And
it's like the son of the drive-through restaurant.
Yeah, and so Carl's Jr. started. That was on the West Coast in California, and then Hardee's opened on the East Coast. In 1997, Carl's acquired Hardee's for a paltry $327 million. And there is a dividing line.
Well, why is there a Carl's Jr. in Tulsa?
Because Oklahoma is Carl's country.
That's what everybody wants to know.
Oklahoma's Carl's country. The dividing line is more of a diagonal across the United States. Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, Kansas, down to Arkansas, Louisiana. That's Hardee's country, and east is Hardee's country.
Okay.
West of that is Carl's Jr. territory.
I'm not the only one who's wondering.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
The first year is important. You got to win. Everybody wants you to do nothing but win. But can you set a foundation that you can build on for year 2, year 3, and so on and so forth? And you don't get a lot of time, knowing Arkansas specifically, man, they just need unity. They need unity from across the state, the fan base, the alumni, the coaches, the recruits, everything, because it's a great place. It's a special place. You can win there. From what I can tell from the outside looking in, he's been doing a lot of the right things to try to get it going that direction.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, you're just talking.
No.
You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheeks, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Coming to you live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Everybody wants you to do nothing but win.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Pinch hitter Andrew Benintendi. First pitch, swing. Let's go. It's a grand slam Benny bomb in the Bronx. And the Sox take the lead here in the 8th inning.
I thought he was going to yell goal.
That would have been awesome.
I thought he was going to yell goal.
I feel like in honor of the World Cup, every broadcaster should be doing that and working it into their broadcast somehow in any sport.
I'm going to tell you, these guys calling the World Cup with all their energy, it's like if you are one of the broadcasters for the World Cup and you hear, for example, the Spanish-speaking broadcast that we listened to the other day where the guys just go nuts, you feel pressure to match that emotion. Even in other sports, when they're doing play-by-play this week in baseball, they're thinking about those guys that are doing the World Cup. I guarantee you
it's in the back of your mind.
It's in the back of your mind.
They sound really good.
Well, it's just it's exciting. They add an air of excitement to it.
This is an exciting time Are you excited about?
It's great to be
about
alive.
June. It's great to be alive.
It's great. It's a good day to be alive.
It's Father's Day weekend. The U.S. Open is going on. We've got the World Cup, and the USA plays today.
And we're surrounded by barrels of whiskey right here in MACADOODLES right now.
How about
What a
that?
time to be alive.
It really is. That's what I'm saying.
How about, you know what we should hear? We should hear from Mr. America himself, Jameis Winston.
Here we go, Mariners fans. It's a beautiful day for baseball. And
He's at some baseball game.
Seattle, I think.
Yeah.
to invite you to join me to the largest, loudest USA chant of all time.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's baseball season. It's an American way before we cheer
Where did he come
on
from?
Team USA right in that stadium right now against Australia. Please join me. USA.
Did you ever think when Jameis Winston was at Florida State that he'd one day be leading all of America in a USA chant?
What if I told you 10 years ago,
30 for 30.
10 years from now, Jameis Winston is going to be one of the most popular sports figures in the world, and Phil Mickelson's going to be an outcast?
That's right.
10 years ago is exactly the opposite. That's how fast the script can flip.
When was it? When we were all, or most of us, on Father's Day weekend, and Phil was about to have a baby, and he's playing Payne Stewart and all that, and everybody. But then we were kind of in Phil Mickelson's story, like what a wholesome guy he seemed to be. And
Bart was never fooled.
Bart was never fooled.
Bart said degenerate gambler the first time he watched him play. That guy, he's a degenerate gambler.
One to no one.
That's right.
I know you.
Bart spotted him a mile
What
away.
happened to Phil Mickelson?
He's never been a great guy. It's all just been an act, man.
It's been an illusion.
You can read all about it. There are all sorts of stories. Like this is the latest.
Well, we don't
in a
have to. You
long,
can
long-
just tell us.
Yeah, tell
like-
us, Bart. How bad is he?
It's just not a great.
How
not
bad of a
great
guy is Phil Mickelson?
He's on a scale of 1 to 10. It's a pretty low number.
Would they let him in here to MACADOODles? We're in MACADOODles.
Oh,
Just
hell
going to
yeah,
the same
let
line.
him in.
Absolutely.
Here's a bourbon barrel for you, Phil. He
Yeah.
got kicked out of his own country club in San Diego.
Yeah, I know. It sounds like he. Yeah, but
Sounds
I mean,
like he had an inappropriate
I don't-
contact with a female staffer.
I don't know, and they came and got him off the course.
Did they?
I mean, it's like this happened, and he goes out and tees off, and evidently, just to break it down into actual terms, this young woman was so highly thought of that nobody even they accepted her word right away, and they went and got Phil Mickelson off the course and escorted him off the grounds. So that tells me right there that, I mean,
Phil Mickelson.
Everybody knew what she was saying was true.
Yeah,
And,
right,
it's like, well, I'm not surprised by that. we got to put a stop to this. But I don't know that. I don't know that seriously. I don't know that I can ever recall a sports figure as popular as Phil Mickelson was, who has had a longer and harder fall from grace than he has.
So bizarre. I mean, yeah. But Bart said it's well documented. I just, when I would watch him play golf, I always thought, seemed like a good dude, and it's kind of fun to watch play. But to take Jameis Winston and Phil Mickelson
I know.
at the time that Jameis Winston was at Florida State, and Jameis Winston is now considered to many people a treasure.
He's stealing crab legs from Publix. But now, having said that, I mean, that's not,
Well, he was
I'm
standing
not
on-
saying it's a rite of passage as a college student, but I'm saying he's not the first one to do that.
He was standing on a picnic table on campus, like, you shouting the F-bomb or whatever when he was in college. And he's just like,
worse things than that too.
credit him. Credit him for being for turning it around.
Well, he just grew up.
He did.
He just grew
well,
up.
I mean, but some people don't.
No, you're right.
So give him credit for it. And Phil Mickelson kicked off his own golf. Speaking of golf,
His lawyer came out and said that Phil resigned from the club, and I think we all know that that's not really what happened.
I think he needs a new PR team.
Yeah, well, he needs a lot of
Mark
new
in Greenwood says Tiger fell quite a bit too. Tiger never fell from grace in terms of the people that liked Tiger didn't stop liking Tiger.
That's a good point.
They kept saying, I hope Tiger gets it together.
Or I hope he gets the help he needs.
Yeah,
or I hope he gets better.
People with Phil were like, I just don't like that guy anymore.
Yeah.
That's a bad guy. You can forgive a lot of things from people if you think their heart's in the right place. In fact, you can forgive pretty much anything if you think their heart's in the right place. But people figured out that Phil Mickelson's heart was not in the right place, and that's why they don't like him anymore.
Insider trading, gambling debts.
Yeah.
All inappropriate things, like just
Then the entire live thing.
There's a
happened.
laundry.
Yeah,
not to
then the
mention
live
the live.
That didn't help. You know?
I
that didn't
think
help.
that honestly
maybe
like,
the last straw.
Yeah, I think
it's
that was
like
the
this
last straw
guy.
for
It
a
just
lot of
felt
people.
like the guy was about him. You know what I mean?
He was about
Most
him and
people
money,
are, but I mean, some of us do a better job of.
You didn't even try to hide it. Come on.
It was like total exposure.
You're busted, Phil.
Speaking of golf, the U.S. Open, Bart's highly disappointed.
Yeah,
in the
it
US
was too easy yesterday.
Too many birdies.
Couldn't be more disappointing.
Not
Wyndham
enough
Clark,
carnage.
6 under. They had to suspend it for fog. And did they have a wind delay too?
No, just the fog delay in the morning.
So
they're underway in the second round now.
I was watching it at home at 8 o'clock last night.
I was too.
Asking
I
myself,
watched
is
it
this
till dark.
live?
I watched it till
Because
dark.
it was 9 o'clock on the East Coast.
I was hate watching it.
And like John Rahm's going to hit a
Hate
shot
watching.
today. John Rahm's going to hit a shot today in the rough. You couldn't even see the ball.
I know.
But he got the Marcus ball.
Yeah.
In the rough.
They
He
all
put
finished.
like 5 tees around.
They've all finished the first round.
So they're done now?
Second round is underway.
I was just wondering what it would be like to start your round with that shot.
Yeah.
Like, that's your first
probably
shot.
less than ideal.
You go out on the range, you get warmed up, and the first shot you're going to hit of the day is going to be, out of some deep rough on an approach shot. But anyhow, I watched a lot of guys hit greens yesterday and miss a lot of putts. I mean, there were a lot of putts missed.
And it was easy yesterday.
That's the part you didn't
from
like.
a U.S. Open perspective. Well, look, here's the thing.
The irony of this.
They tried.
Really something.
They tried. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm
They
talking
tried to-
about how we, on one hand, talk about you breaking 90 and not wanting to play for the tips because that's not your game, and how
I don't
it's
hit the
not-
ball. Like, how is that? That is the easiest thing in the world to understand.
I do
from a
understand.
golfer.
That is so easy to understand,
I do understand it, but what I'm saying is playing from the tips, if you don't play a long game, makes the game more difficult. You can still get to the hole. You're just not going to get there as quickly as you want to. But and so you don't want to play for the tips because you don't enjoy that. But yet you want to see all these guys struggle. And what we look
They're pro golfers, man. They're
Come on. How can you be pulling for them, Bo? Come
How
on.
can you be pulling
What?
for them? They're pro golfers,
They're
man.
professional
What is your
golfers.
problem?
They get paid millions of dollars to play golf, man. Come on. Come on.
But you want to see them screw up.
I was just trying to explain the irony. The irony of
I don't see any irony. I just I see it's the U.S. Open. It's supposed to be the toughest test in golf. That's what it's always been hailed as. And what they did is they tried to let the weather dictate how they set up the course, right? Or what they thought the weather was going to be. That's what they tried to do. And they failed miserably because you can't predict you can't predict the weather. What you have to do is
How many times a day do we hear this about somebody?
You have to set the course
just
up.
fail. He failed miserably.
You have to set the course up to be the toughest test, the toughest but fair test, right? That's what you have to do. And then the weather is whatever the weather is. Like you don't try to control that. Like if it makes it even harder, you know what? Then that's the way it is. If it makes it a little easier, that's the way it is. But slowing down the greens and softening the greens and watering them throughout the day, that's garbage, man. Like they did, like those things were not firm enough. They were not fast enough. Like, come on. I need to see a lot of high numbers. It's the U.S. It's the one time a year. It's the one time a year. It's the one time a year when golfers should be made. Pro golfers should be made
be
to look like
embarrassed.
weekend athletes. That's all I want. Just once a year. I don't ask for much.
I like to see people succeed, Bart.
Yeah.
I like to see people do well.
Well, somebody's still going to lift the trophy.
I like once a year, just once a
Give
year.
me one.
Just once
Just
a
give me
year. I want
one.
these guys to look like slappies.
I don't want them to be playing like
want them to
rich
play like
snobby
me.
country club golf on these courses where it's just a birdie fest. Just give me one. That's all I'm asking for.
Just give me a hack fest.
Just
I want to
one.
be part of a hack fest. Bart has the wall of shame now includes the superintendent at Shinnecock.
Yeah.
The grounds crew.
No,
A
not them. It's the
USGA.
USGA.
Bart has a problem with the United States Golf
It has
Association.
nothing to do with Shinnecock
Well,
staff.
that's better because I mean most people do at some point.
Now, what about the World Cup people? What about them?
What
How about
it?
FIFA? Let's talk about FIFA.
Yeah. I mean, is
talk
FIFA a
about
good
your-
organization?
FIFA's a corrupt organization. But, well, that's well documented.
You set that up. You
I
knew
did.
exactly.
That's
where
well.
that was
I
I mean,
knew
people
where it
went to
was
jail.
going.
People went to
I
jail.
knew
Like
where
that's
it was
not.
going.
I'm not just.
I
using
knew
that
that
as a-
word
You just sit around and
came out.
you just, it's like a matchstick.
I'm not-
You have a box
All right,
of matches
let's
and you
get to
just
FIFA.
you just
I'm
do with Bart like that.
That's not an opinion. That's a fact. There are people in prison. It is a corrupt organization.
Oh.
Have they improved? Have they gotten better? Are they still taking money under the
should Phil
table? or
Mickelson
what's
be in
happening?
prison?
Probably.
Should Phil
No, well,
Mickelson be in prison?
Should he?
I don't know. That I don't know. I can't speak to that.
Well, anyhow,
I just don't like
yeah. So 600 still leading. Wyndham Clark.
Wyndham Clark is.
I'll
is
bet
6
nobody
under.
shoots 600 today.
Dustin Johnson and Gary Woodland are 4 under. Matt Fitzpatrick 3 under. Some people at 2 under.
What's wrong with Scotty Scheffler? What's wrong?
He's lost it a little bit.
Has he?
He just
is
has-
it over?
No, it's
Is
not.
he
It's
pulling
not
a
over.
Justin Spieth? He's just going to disappear.
No, I don't think so.
Jordan Spieth.
Golf happened.
Yeah.
I mean, look how long Rory went without a major.
It really does. In all
kinda
seriousness,
it's kinda
you watch
amazing to
these
see that.
guys.
Golf is hard, guys.
The ebb and the flow of the game now. The
Yeah.
superstars. Tiger never had the ebb and the flow until his body broke down. I mean, he was just the guy all the time
no, it's
until
true.
his body broke down.
Yeah, it's true. Breakfast this morning brought to you by Pro Land Title. Wherever you're having breakfast, just remember we have it too. Pro Land Title helps that happen. You cheer for the pigs and close with the pros at Pro Land Title. Over 45 offices in Arkansas, independently owned. That gives them the ability to put you first, and they have the ability to say yes to transactions other companies may not be able to because of relationships they have with a huge range of national underwriters. Log on to their website and learn more. ProLandTitle.com. We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista. Come see us. Get ready for Father's Day. Big time here. Good morning.
I don't even know now. I don't even know what I was about to say.
I mean, we were talking about.
It was profound.
What were we talking about?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? MACADOODLES or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've had customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be MACADOODLES.
MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more. TeamworkBuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. My biorhythms were like screaming over the weekend. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it the minute I walked into the casino Thursday night. I knew it was going to be well. I knew things were going to go well. I could feel it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
We're going to get all over this basketball roster, the recruiting. They got a big commitment yesterday.
Yes, they did.
And football as well. And basketball has got another big man. RD is going to join us at 8. Paul Biancardi, ESPN Director of Basketball Recruiting at 8:30. We'll get into that. Andrew Benintendi hit a grand slam last night. And
good
a pinch
for him.
hit appearance.
Still getting it done.
Still out there playing.
Getting it done.
And Bart Arkansas softball just looks like they're loading up with recruits.
Yeah, they're really killing it in the portal. Got a couple more commitments yesterday. One from Kylie Doherty, who was the Patriot League Player of the Year at Boston University. Another from Kendall Yarnell from UCF. These are, again, 2 top 25 transfer portal players. Doherty, the Patriot League Player of the Year, hit 404 with 27 home runs and 89 RBI. Those are both top 5 in the nation. And then Kendall Yarnell, number 24 overall transfer, rated by Softball America, hit 344 with 15 home runs as a sophomore. They are loading up on talent in the portal, really doing a great job. And replacing. Look, they had a lot. They had a lot that they need to replace, right? A lot of talent either graduating or moving on, and they've done that. They've gone out and done that. And I think there will be more to come.
I hear the World Cup U.S. team is playing today.
Is that
today? They
this
play
afternoon,
today?
I believe.
Get your jersey on?
Bart's got his jersey on.
Yeah, I do. Well, and you know,
What time's the game?
Wore
I've got
last,
mine on,
wore
too,
it last
if anybody's
week,
wondering.
and
There you go.
Edwards got his on.
Wore it last week. We won, so wearing it again today.
Yeah. 2 o'clock, is that the word?
2 o'clock on
Yeah.
Fox against Australia.
Looks great.
If Arkansas, if the Razorbacks win today, then they are pretty much assured of a spot in the knockout.
We've dubbed the U.S. team the Razorbacks.
Yeah. Now, where are they playing? Where are they playing?
Seattle.
Okay, that's why Jameis Winston was
That's
in
what he was
Seattle.
doing in
Okay.
Seattle with
All
the
right,
USA
well, that makes
champ.
sense.
Look at that right there. That on the screen. If you're watching on YouTube, look at that MACADOODLES hat that Bart is wearing. Just show it down there into the camera, Bart, so
right
it's
there.
like you see. And then look at the MACADOODLES logo.
I mean, it really looks good.
I mean, Bart and the Leprechaun, the MACADOODLES logo.
Well,
could
I'm Irish.
They could hang out.
I'm
I
Irish.
mean, you look at that. Look at that
mean,
scene
that's the hat
behind.
of
Look
his
at the
people right
look at
there.
the barrels behind Bart.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And the Jack Daniels statue
over,
behind him.
over here. Yeah, Jack's over there.
That's awesome.
There's a knight down there.
There is a knight that, yeah.
Jose
Yeah.
Cuervo.
Roger, who we're going to talk to in a couple minutes, it tells me people ask if they see these and they want to rent them out, like for Halloween or just a party.
I like the night thing down there. I like that. That looks good.
yeah. And then we got this right here behind us. Right, look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, I like that too. But the night with the sword, the whole deal, the headgear.
Chuck's
I kinda
into
like that.
medieval
Yeah,
medieval times.
Yeah.
If you want to come down here to MACADOODLES, we've got bourbon barrels surrounding us.
Yeah.
And I'm told if you wash Bart's car, you could be registered to win one. But you got to come down here and wash it right on site, and then bring him whatever groceries or whatever he needs. Just basically do his chores this weekend.
Yes.
For Father's Day, and he's not a father, so I don't know how all this works.
He's going to watch the golf tournament. He's going to watch the U.S. Open and cheer every time someone bogeys. And
well,
you can wash his car.
I'm not going to.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you
no,
are.
I'm not.
You are pulling for people
no,
to fail.
I am pulling for it to be
You are
a
pulling
tough,
for people to fail.
no.
Yes, you are.
So wait, you're gonna say you're gonna be the one that determines if it was tough, if they're successful. So if they're successful, you're either gonna say it wasn't tough enough, or boy, he really overcame the challenges.
Three players, and I think the last 3 or 4 times that the U.S. Open's been held at Shinnecock, I think the last 4 times,
645 players or something like that played.
3 have finished under par. 3.
People get better. You did.
Bigger, stronger,
You did.
faster.
2 years ago.
I mean, we were talking about how short people were.
Yeah,
That's all they are now.
People aren't made this short anymore.
This is one of the toughest golf courses in the world, and they didn't set it up like it yesterday. They eased up. They made it easier than it normally is, and that's my problem. They made it easier than it normally is.
USA, a bunch of amateurs are right in the mix.
Yeah, there's one who's 3 under right now.
See,
Ryder
if the difficulty changes to Bart's liking, and does that move some of the amateurs out of the way so the big pros can I don't know, make bogeys and make Bart happy. Roger Gildahouse will join us next. We're at MACADOODLES just north of Bella Vista. Father's Day weekend. What a great store. What a great experience that we're having, and you can too. Hope you can stop by at some point today. Get ready for your big weekend. The Chuck and Bo Show continues in a moment.
Yeah, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age, with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. It's Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What has the impact been? I mean, we could talk about, I know you wanted to win more games and how hard you guys fought in that game against Nebraska and how much it probably took out of you. We could go with all that. But what has it been like in the aftermath here? You got home, you're talking to people, I'm sure, about next year and all that. What do you think the impact was of getting to go to the College World Series for the first year on this continuous journey you've got the Arkansas softball program on?
Well, I think we're still feeling the impact. I think it's been incredible to see the reach. Obviously, we were the most viewed opening day game in World Series history. So there's so many people that got to see our fight and all of that. But, I think, we'll be in a lot of recruiting conversations starting next week, and I think that we're going to really feel that impact because that was the only thing you couldn't check with our program. It's a place where you're going to be loved, you're going to be pushed, you're going to be developed, you're going to play elite softball, you're going to win a lot of games. And there was they haven't been to the series. And now we've checked that, and we know how to get there, and experiencing getting there is so valuable. And so, I think it's been amazing to feel and see, and my phone is still going of just the outpouring of support and encouragement for our program, how we do things, what we did, the amazing year we had, but how we do things is really refreshing to a lot of people. And for me, it's great to hear that, but I know that, so so it's been fun. It's been overwhelming, just the amount of just communication, text message, calls, all of it. And then I'm hoping we can continue to feel that impact as we need momentum as we go into the portal and all those things.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? MACADOODLES or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be MACADOODLES.
MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astro Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment. Backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Goodbye. They're leaving. They're leaving. They're mass exodus.
They're heading for the exits. Can you believe it?
Goodbye.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was awesome.
That was a great moment.
It's a great moment.
Great moments in Razorback history right there.
We did it again yesterday when we had Z on the show. Roger Gildehouse is joining us. He is the founder here at MACADOODLES. And, Roger, thanks for having us. Happy Father's Day, by the way. Happy
thank you.
Father's Day weekend.
Appreciate you guys being here.
Well, we
thank you for
appreciate
having us.
the partnership that you have with the show. And we say this all the time. We like to partner with people that we actually believe in what they have. And you have an experience here. And I love the story, and it may take a minute to tell. And I've heard it before multiple times because I've asked you to tell it to other people before. But you got your start at Walmart, worked your way all the way up with Sam Walton you were an executive at Walmart at one point.
Yeah, I was a VP over in merchandising for most of my career.
But you worked like one-on-one at times throughout your career with Sam Walton, and you learned a lot from that. And Chuck was going, how did Roger get from Walmart to owning a liquor store that is now MACADOODLES, and you see them all over the place. People have written about it nationally.
Yeah.
And it all came from an experience you had.
I took my Walmart experience, much of which I learned from Sam Walton and a couple other of the top executives that kind of looked out for me in my younger days at Walmart. And I'll never forget, Sam always talked about, if you're going to get in business, you better put together a plan before you do it if you want to be successful. And Sam always talked about, if you're going to get in business, you need to be different than the competition. Because anybody can sell Jack Daniels, but it's how you do it. So be different than the competition, be better than the competition. Always be very price competitive, which we have been for 29 years. Keep our prices as low as we can. And the third thing, and most important thing, is have a customer service program that is beyond what the customers expect to get. And that's my number one focus. Has been since day one, still is today. If I walk to the front of the store, which I do quite often, and if a customer is standing, waiting for a register, my managers on duty, who always got at least one I'm at the front, I'll just put my hand up and go like that, and they know, you better get another cashier up here like really quick.
That's not acceptable here. Tell Chuck, tell anyone listening, the story of when you lived in Benton County, and it was a dry county, and you used to come up here where this store is now. This store didn't exist. And to get supplies for family reunions and whatever, and how you ended up starting MACADOODLES.
Okay. I've said this in magazine interviews many times. MACADOODLES exist out of my frustration. Because when I would drive up here on Saturdays when we got off work at Walmart, and there were seven liquor stores within an eighth of a mile up and down this highway. And I shopped them all over the years. And every one of them was small stores, small assortments of product, high prices, and absolutely nobody that gave a darn about you shopping there. There was no service. So I was across the highway here one day back in 78, I guess, and I was in there stocking up for a family reunion. I come from a very large family, 9 kids, mom and dad, bunch of spouses. So I was loading up a lot of stuff to take out to Beaver Lake for a weekend. And there was one clerk in the store, never offered to help me. They didn't have shopping carts, so I'm going around the store loading up stuff like that. Put it on the counter, and all he would say is, "You ready to check out?" I'm like, "No, I got a lot of stuff to get." And so when I finally got done, I said, "Okay." And so I spent a lot of money that day. He did box up set the boxes on the floor. And I said, "Well, I'm going to start loading this up in my truck." And there was no other customers in the store. You would think that he would have said the simple little thing like, "Sir, let me help you load that stuff up." Nope. I made 6, 7, 8 trips in and out of that store, loading all that liquor into my truck. And when I'm getting ready to leave, I'm frustrated. And I looked across the highway, and this was way back before that stoplight went up out there. And I seen this White Rock Road coming down this field, and there was this green metal Quonset that we're sitting in right now. And so I said, I'm going to drive over there and see what's going on. So I came over, walked in the building, and it was an antique store. Lady behind the counter, and I said, "Hey, would the owner happen to be here?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's me." And I put my hand out, introduced myself, and I said, "Would you be willing to sell me a couple acres of this land?" She goes, "Well, I got 4.05 acres, but no, I don't think I want to sell part of it." And I said, "Well, thanks for your time." Turn around, started to the door, Bo and Chuck, and before my hand hit the door, she goes, however, I would sell you all 4 acres plus this building. And I said, really? So go back over to the counter. We start talking. We agreed upon a price. I said, let me go get my checkbook out of the truck. I came in, wrote her a check for $25,000 to hold it for me until I could get a title company to do the closing on it. And then I started designing the original store with a builder friend of mine. And here in McDonald County, you don't need permits or anything. I didn't have to run anything through, like in Bentonville, you got to go through city planning. You got to jump through every hoop that you can possibly think of. Down here, you just do it. And so,
my kind of place.
Is this story unbelievable or what?
Good.
He's got $1,000, $1,200 worth of supplies from the store across the street for a giant family reunion, and he's mad about the experience. And he comes over, and 30 minutes later, he's bought some land to build a liquor store. And it's so much more than a liquor store, by the way.
Well, it's the layout. You know, when you said something a minute ago about I started planning. You can tell this thing's well thought out. I mean, and I'm sure the original store was just as well thought out.
It was, Chuck, and my philosophy has always been make it easy for the consumers to find what they want. And that's why all of our people, like today, they'll all have this red T-shirt on, support our troops. So any customer comes in, they know to walk up to this person if they need help finding something.
Somebody asked Bo a minute ago if they could help him find something. Yeah. And what was amazing, he knew right where to take him. He knew right where to take him.
Absolutely.
You need to hire this guy.
Well, nothing moves here. You go into retail places now, and everybody's, you know, buying the end cap at Walmart or whatever and something else, and where did they put it? You know, in a lot of stores, you got a philosophy of like, we're not moving stuff around. When you come here, you should know exactly where it is. If you've been here one other time before and you've seen it here, that's exactly where it's still going to be.
Bo, I love it when I'm walking through the store and I walk up to a customer and say, sir or ma'am, can I help you find anything? They go, I know where everything is in this store. And I said, I love hearing that.
Don't ever rearrange it.
Don't change it up unless it's, you know, something that's earth-shattering, brand new category or something, but don't change it just to change. And there's too many people that do that.
If you want to hear more of Roger's story, John Engelman did a podcast with him. I forget the name of the podcast. I looked. It's an NPR podcast, and he does a really good job.
Yeah, I think it's called The Flavors of Northwest.
That's it. And he finds people like Roger who have these amazing. But his whole background was Sam Walton and his climb in Walmart and getting that one-on-one experience, and it's an incredible story. But I just want to ask you this, and I just think this is interesting. If you're in business or you know, you're a consumer, where do people, like, you know, ever since COVID and maybe even before that, customer service, the service industry, it's been a struggle for some people to just find people to work, do the things that we all were kind of spoiled by here in this great country. But where do people mess up when it comes to taking care of customers, in your opinion? What would you say if somebody is asking you, hey, how do you treat people right? How do you have a good business of serving people?
Well, it starts with the guy running it, that owns it. If you make customer service your number one issue in every meeting that you have with your people, first thing you're going to talk about is how well are we doing at taking care of our customers. My people, you couldn't find one that wouldn't tell you that what's the most important thing to Roger when we open these doors every day? And they would tell you customer service. We have to take care of the customer. I was at front the other day, and one of my cashiers had her back turned to her register, and there was a customer standing there. I'm like, oh my gosh.
He certainly did the finger wave.
So if you make it your number one issue, your people buy into it, and then they know that's their number one job is take care of the customer.
Well, you feel that when you come here. If I've got a customer looking for a Father's Day something or other, you think they can find something in here?
I think they could probably find a few things. In fact, now that you mentioned Father's Day, we've got our newest barrel buy of whiskey Four Roses, and it's one of the top-selling barrel buys that you could ever get. And this weekend for Father's Day, if you buy a bottle of that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to save $15 a bottle.
Okay.
Dropping the price down for the weekend for Father's Day. So if you got a husband, boyfriend, dad, grandpa, whatever, this would make a fantastic Father's Day gift if they like whiskey.
There you go. That's always the thing here, too. You never feel like you get price gouged. That's another one of your big things.
One of my big things.
We're going to do, even though you have things that other people don't, the competitive pricing is another thing that you guys do so well here at MACADOODLES. Well, we're happy to be doing the show here. We're in this tasting room, Chuck. There's things that happen in this room that are not happening right now. When they taste the new bourbons or whatever they want to figure out of the barrel.
There's a story or two in this room.
Oh,
what do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
this is also the room where we do our charity auctions.
I was going to ask you about that real quick.
We do
Tell
that
us
right here in
about
this room.
that. What, like how people can know when that's happening. They follow your Facebook page. Make sure you find the
Facebook,
MACADOODLES in
Instagram,
Pineville.
website.
Yep.
Lifeline promotes it, but
that's a nonprofit.
501c3 charity, Lifeline in Northwest Arkansas. And people have asked me, why'd you pick that? And I've said, well, you know what? I picked it 26 years ago when I was much younger. And I told myself, you know, the seniors that raised us, we need to help take care of them. So that, because I've seen people, when they got to move out of their apartment or their house and go into an assisted living, their will to live changes. And I've seen it happen to people. And so the money that we raise, and we've been doing this for 26, 27 years. Melanie, who's the executive director of Lifeline, she has told me, she goes, Roger, over the years with all the events you've done for us, you have contributed over $1 million.
Wow.
To our charity. Awesome. And we do that right here in this room. We do a live Zoom auction where we auction off allocated bottles of whiskey. We do 2 wine tastings a year. One of them is a week from this Sunday, where you come in and you get to taste some really higher end exclusive wines for a small entry price, and every dollar doesn't stay here. It goes to Lifeline.
That's incredible. That's awesome. Make sure you follow their Facebook page. Look at the MACADOODLES in Pineville, or just look up the website. They got some amazing bottles that they auction off. You actually get something for being involved with giving your money, something rare, something exclusive, and then you're doing it for a great cause. Roger, thank you so much for having us. Thanks for being a champion for customer service, really. You can feel it when you're in here. It just puts you in a good mood walking through the store. And
you know,
it's a
guys,
great setup.
I'm a little bit like you guys. You guys love sports. You're professionals at talking about it. I love retail. And so that makes me better at what I do because I love it.
Yeah.
And I enjoy working with my customers, my favorite thing to do. So I'm doing something
that
I've always
it
loved.
It shows.
It really does.
Shows.
Yeah. And I appreciate you guys doing the show from here today.
Oh, it's great to be here. We're at MACADOODLES just north of Bella Vista. Hope you can come by and see us. And if not, take advantage of that Father's Day offering they've got right here at MACADOODLES. Chuck and Bo Show. It is 7:46 on Friday. Good morning.
Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Hey, it's Bo Mattingly. When it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because we don't want
to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at MACADOODLES or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you win, you get to say anything you want. That's what sucks. When you don't win, the other guys get to say anything they want, and you just got to take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Feel like we're winning today.
I know.
We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista. Great spot to go shopping for Father's Day. I've already had some requests about the Four Roses barrel buy. That
you're gonna have a full truck going back today.
$15 off. That make for a great Father's Day gift if your father or someone you're buying for enjoys bourbon. But this is a great experience, great shopping experience. If you're making a cocktail or some special drink or whatever, they'll help you figure all that out. They'll help you shop here, and they'll help you out the door as well. This is a big weekend. I'm excited about this weekend. I'm excited about the World Cup match today. I'm excited about what's happening with the basketball team. Richard Davenport's going to join us at the top of the hour, and then Paul Biancardi at 8:30 to break down what Arkansas has on its roster right now, including the Russian guy that came in and committed.
Ilya Frolov.
One more time.
Ilya Frolov.
Ilya.
I got the last name.
It's the Murinin guy that
Morninen.
Yeah, Morninen. He's the one that I based on everything we hear, and you were talking a little bit earlier, and I've heard similar things. He may be the one that, this past season, I don't know, and we've discussed this, how in November, I don't know that we all realized how good Acuff was going to be. By January we knew, but I don't know in November that we really did. I think Mika may be the same way. From what I hear from the pickup, from everything, kind of like what you've heard, that this guy's got a chance to be the one we're all talking about.
Top 5 pick potential.
He may be next year's Acuff's, what I'm saying.
And we'll see. I mean, but that's what people are playing with him right now are saying. By the way, we're going to get a chance to see these guys play this summer.
The Bahamas.
They're going to the Bahamas end of July, first week of August. They're in there with a group of Cincinnati and I can't remember, Baylor going.
Valpo's in there.
Yeah, and they've got
South Carolina's in there.
Still to announce.
Yeah, I think there's a couple more they're going to announce. From what I understand, right at the end of July, right at the 1st of August, maybe the last day of July, and they'll play, I think, 4 games over there, from what I understand.
Hey, Bart, who's leading the U.S. Open right now? Is it still 6 under?
It's still Wyndham Clark at 6 under.
Does he play morning or afternoon today?
He's out there right now.
Oh, is he?
Yep.
All right.
He's at 6 under. Next closest is 3 under.
Okay.
Anybody making a move?
Not so far this morning.
I think there's going to be some crashing and burning today.
Yeah, I think so too.
College World Series begins tonight?
Tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Yeah. North Carolina and Oklahoma.
I was hoping for tonight.
Boomer Sooner.
It is Saturday. It's Saturday,
I'm
Sunday,
pulling for
potentially
Oklahoma.
Monday.
I am just like not embarrassed about it either.
I love the story.
Oklahoma.
I like the story. I mean, you're below 500 in your league and you have a chance to win the College World Series?
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. fsbank.com, member FDIC.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club and Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I still think there's a right way to do things, you know, and money has become part of this equation. But if you go back to the right way to do things, I recruit you. We have a great system. You want to be a part of this system. You want to go here, improve your game. While you're here, we're going to win. We're going to put some other guys that are like-minded with you. We're going to create some connectivity, some chemistry, but we're all on the same page here to try to develop you for what you eventually want to become, okay? That whole thing, to me, is still at the core of the foundation of how you're going to build a successful program. We've added money into that equation, and I get that, and you've got to play that game to a certain extent. But when it becomes more about the money than it becomes about that, I think that's where it all gets screwed up for programs and players.
There's only 4 or 5 programs, though, that have that luxury. Fortunately for us, we're one of them. A program like Miami, they don't necessarily have that luxury. They're chasing. Program like Louisville, they're chasing.
I think Kentucky's been chasing a little bit since
they have been
and
chasing.
I'm not trying to pick on them in this.
No, they've been
particular
chasing
case.
some. They've been chasing.
But I think what was interesting about that whole deal is they went and hired Mark Pope, but then they tried to make up the difference between Pope and Cal and act like they were the same by spending money on players. And look, they weren't terrible. I mean, they had a formidable roster. But I just think there's really something too. You're right. I agree 100% with what you're saying, Chuck. There's really something too, though, when it becomes about that money, it becomes about something different than you really need in your organization to
because
win.
you've overpaid for it. I mean, that's the thing that, I mean, we can talk about this till 10 o'clock in the morning, but that's the part that drives me nuts about the transfer portal. People say, well, you got to have money. You got to have money. Yeah, you do. But at some point...
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
This may not be something that people are really thinking about, and they may find it slightly unbelievable. Arkansas is actually in the best financial position they've ever been in the history of the football program right now. I do think the program has kind of turned and it's headed in a direction that's modernized to where we are in college football today. I don't know what it'll be like this year, but I think they've turned the corner and they're in the right lane.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I mean, you're just talking. No. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, Bo.
Cheeks, steals.
It's a real talk show.
Coming to you live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Everybody wants you to do nothing but win.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, well, you're wrong.
Tell me at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
What a day. What a weekend.
I know.
Father's Day
We're just
weekend.
getting started.
Seriously, big tip of the cap to any father out there. You know, we do it for Mother's Day. We talk about it, but, you know, fathers play a huge role in hats off to dads for all they do and put in. Big shout out to my dad for everything he poured into to my life, and I know many people feel the same way about theirs.
What's that old Chris Rock routine where he'd say, "Hey, Dad, thanks for all this light in the house." Everybody always says, "Thanks, Mom," and always says, "Dad, thanks for the fact the utilities are on. I got light to read. The house is cool or heated. Thanks for doing all that."
Absolutely.
You don't ever hear that, do you? Thanks for this light, Dad.
Hey, yeah, exactly. Thanks for the roof.
Yeah.
Thanks for the roof over our head. Richard Davenport, the recruiting guy, WholeHogSports.com, AR recruiting guy on Twitter/X, joining us because it's recruiting time, and we got some news. RD, good morning.
Morning, guys.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, let's start with football. Actually, landed a couple of big recruits over the last couple of days. So, what's the latest with Ryan Silverfield and the Razorback football team?
Well, they're up to 18 commitments right now. They got 3-star Kevin Grant, defensive back out of Texas. He committed. Well, he privately committed, but he went public yesterday. He's been privately committed for a while. But anyway, out of Arlington Martin High School, had other offers from San Diego State, UNLV, Tulsa, and others. The offer list doesn't really just blow you away. But seeing the kid after his visit, he's listed at 185. He looks more like 6 foot, about 200 or something. He's put together. And here's the numbers that will interest you and impress you. He has a best at 21.62 in the 200 meters. Very nice speed. And these are the next two that really get me. He's long jump 24.7. That's pretty salty there. And then a 46.10 in the triple jump. And he also runs on the 400-meter relay and 800-meter relay. So he's an outstanding athlete and a guy that if you talk to the right people, they think this guy is vastly underrated. Only time will tell. Maybe he's just a great athlete and not as good as a football player, but he is definitely a great athlete. So he was a great pickup in my opinion, just from his athleticism. And then Elijah Shaw, 4-star offensive lineman, tackle out of the Kansas City area. He also committed to Arkansas about an hour or two later, and he's 6'9", 290. One thing that I've really noticed with this staff, and I think with Coach Johnson and Myers, both of the offensive line coaches, they love length at the tackle position. Most of the tackles that they're recruiting are minimum 6'6", and a lot of them are 6'8", 6'9", and Shaw's definitely one of them. He visited Wisconsin. He had Ole Miss, Northwestern Missouri, and numerous other offers. But he's rated a 4-star, about 247, the number 29 offensive tackle in the country. So I think these are two good quality pickups.
How would you sum up just what the action has been or the activity's been for Silverfield, his staff? They put a lot of money into more resources for the staff. So they've got more guys. They got more of a front office. But then just getting the staff together and then Silverfield's approach as the new football coach to recruiting, having covered this for so many years, anything that stands out, what have you noticed about, the increase in resources? I guess the other thing would be, NIL money, and then just how Silverfield approaches this.
There, you hit on the staff, and the staffing is much bigger than what Coach Pittman had. There's no doubt the investment on that level in that area has been significant. I do know, and we know that Coach Silverfield's still trying to hit up donors and trying to increase NIL opportunities for these kids. And if you look at the recruiting class, it's about the same or maybe lower rated than what Coach Pittman's has been the last few years. But they do have some momentum, and I think that they could increase where they are as far as their national ranking. Currently, right now, they're number 35. They're ahead of Missouri, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, South Carolina, and this is going to knock your socks off. Alabama's dead last in recruiting. Now, obviously, it's still very early, But you don't see you never saw Alabama dead last at any point in the recruiting process a few years ago. But NIL situation is better. Is it as good as it needs to be? No. But at the same time, we know that the opportunities are not going to be as great here as, say, Texas A&M, LSU, Miami, a lot of other schools. And you're seeing that because you see those schools recruit at a high level on the high school level and transfer portal level. Arkansas seems to be doing well in both, but not the upper tier level.
Hey, let's switch over to basketball for a minute, RD. Tell us about Ilya Frolov. What are you hearing on him? Is he a guy that comes in and contributes?
That's going to be interesting, Chuck, and I really don't know. And just talking to Paul Benincardi, and I got a story from Paul about he broke down his game. He saw him at the Adidas Euro Camp last year, and he was impressed with him. Here's what he said that kind of caught my attention. He said if he was in the United States, he'd easily be inside ESPN's top 100. He didn't say top 20, didn't say top 40, top 50, but top 100. So I think he's a good prospect, but he's not. Obviously, you're so used to a lot of the prospects with Coach Cal lands. They're high four-star or obviously 5-star guys. I think he's got the ability to contribute. How much will he contribute? I think depends on how he adjusts to the physicality of the college game and the SEC. He needs to add some strength. That's something that Paul definitely mentioned. So that remains to be seen, but I think it's a possibility.
We're going to have Paul on at the bottom of the hour, thanks to your relationship with him. They got us a relationship with him, months and months ago because we got the RD stamp of approval. So we look forward to that conversation because he's so dialed in to these guys before they get to a college campus from a scouting perspective. RD, it seems like Cal's recruiting every day, not just for this roster, for the future. And we talk about it. Maybe it's obvious, and it's not a great question. But how would you describe the difference in Arkansas basketball recruiting to any other time that you've been covering it? And Arkansas's had some really good basketball teams. I mean, Musmith went to 3 straight 16s, 2 Elite 8s in that time. So they haven't had bad basketball players. There's been some good ones. But it's a different deal.
It is. I mean, I mean, Muss elevated recruiting to levels that we hadn't seen before, but now Coach Cal is taking it up obviously a few notches. And when you're involved with maybe the top 15 guys, probably involved with 10 of those guys nationally, that's different level. And just nothing surprises me. I mean, obviously you look at his resume. I mean, kids know who he is, and obviously kids internationally know who he is because he mentioned that about Coach Cal and his ability to develop guys, and he's seen done his research and seen that all the guys that in the league and he's sent to the league. So it's different level. No, I've never experienced anything like this. Football, basketball, without a doubt.
When you talk about these international players, we were talking about this a little bit earlier. Whether it's an international player, whether it's a player from the U.S., it seems like, sometimes you can get an indication of what a team's going to be like. Richard, it seems like he wants guys who can run the floor. He wants a fast-paced team. He wants a team full of really, really good athletes who can get from one end to the other in a hurry.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And I mean, you just look at the recruiting classes that he brings in, and we saw that last year. And 2 of them are, going to be drafted in the first round. One a lottery pick for sure. Torrey, a freshman guard who's on campus right now. He's one of those guys that he's like a Michael Qualls but more athletic, better hops. I mean, I'm not going to say better hops, but more explosive, ability to get up and down the floor better than Michael Qualls, but definitely at his level of explosiveness into the basket. And then obviously Jordan Smith. But you heard Coach Cal talk about how he thinks this team has a chance to be really, really good defensively. I think that's going to be the difference that maybe last year's team didn't have. You may have some stoppers on this squad versus last year. They kind of struggled defensively.
Boy, the portal's busy. Baseball, softball. It seems like every day we've got more news, and football's still happening. Basketball's still happening. I don't know if this. I don't know if the program's dead. I think there's a lot going on.
There's plenty of life. That's for sure. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and it's so wild because really, in like baseball, softball, in some case, in some ways, football, you just don't know what it's going to be like next year. You know what they're getting now. RD, we'll be doing it again, man. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for joining us. Always appreciate the time. That was a great look at it.
Thank you, Richard.
Appreciate you, Bo. Appreciate you, Chuck.
Absolutely.
All right,
we appreciate you. Richard Davenport, AR recruiting guy on Twitter, constant updates. And, of course, you can read them at wholehogsports.com. We're brought to you in part by Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Looking for a roof, need help with it, need financing, can't quite pay for it right now, but you got to have that roof. They're offering financing options like 0 down, 0% for 12 months, or low fixed payments over time, and no payments for 60 days. Maybe you need help with your deductible. The insurance company's not helping you. They don't see it the way you do. Teamwork Roofing and Construction can help you with all that. TeamworkBuilt.com is the website, teamworkbuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. We're at MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista, 814 on the Friday before Father's Day.
Chuck, you cold-blooded, man. You cold-blooded.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirit retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99 with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule. Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You got it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acuras, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we're going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more. TeamworkBuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. When it comes to finding the perfect diamond, there's one name that stands above the rest in Northwest Arkansas. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. As the region's premier experts for diamonds, Blakeman's offers an unparalleled selection of brilliant stones, handpicked for their quality and beauty. They don't just help you find the perfect stone, they educate you on every step of the way. Whether you're planning a proposal, celebrating an anniversary, or simply treating yourself, Blakeman's is where your search ends and your story begins. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, in a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Is that an exposure of character flaw on my part?
I don't know about flaw. I mean, it exposes your character, but I don't know that I would say it's a flaw necessarily.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What a time. How about this? So we're getting coffee over there in the store. And Seth, who texts into the show regularly, here he is. Seth and Rogers.
Yeah, there you are, right there on YouTube.
How about that?
Seth.
There you go.
In the flesh.
Debut. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, no problem.
So you were at the gym this morning.
Listen to the show every morning at the gym. Heard you guys were here. Wanted to come by. Going to the lake today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you had to get some supplies.
Yep. I'm in banking, so holiday. Banks are closed.
Oh,
today.
yeah,
today.
yeah, it's a holiday.
It is.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Juneteenth.
right.
That's great. So you're going to go to the lake, have a big time, probably watch some World Cup maybe. I don't know, USA?
Yeah.
I heard it's today at 2 o'clock.
Phone service is not so great out there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time.
That'll be good. That'll be good.
Seth was talking about the vibe of the show, Bart, and he said, you know, you guys are being sarcastic and screwing around and having fun and just kind of messing with each other, and it's all good fun. And then I'll text something in, and I feel like I got the same vibe, and then I hear you read it, and I'm like, that's not the tone I was going for.
Texting. Things can get lost in a text. Let's just be
right.
honest. Things can get lost.
Yeah, you kind of want to follow it up with a picture of me, like thumbs up. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't see the facial expression and read the vibe, read the body language and all that. Sometimes somebody will say something and you can read the body language and go, that wasn't very nice.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
you hear something and, well, he didn't really mean it that
Yeah.
way.
Right.
We don't mean to come off like we come
Yeah,
off
sometimes we
either.
come off that way.
But anyhow, so what's on your mind, Seth? You got any sports thoughts? Like, what are you guys going to be talking about at the lake? Will you be talking about? Are we going to be any good at football? Did we get a big
Not
enough
yet in
guy in
football.
basketball?
Yeah, not yet in football.
Yeah,
Basketball.
I think a lot of people are there. Not yet in football.
Right.
But I can sense it coming. Like we got sidetracked with it for about 20 minutes this morning because it came up and we started talking about the Utah game for a second. And Bart's like, guys, it's way too early. Like, we had a whole other month before we really started talking about football.
We're still signing basketball players.
Yeah. Well, true.
Yeah.
And good ones.
Baseball just ended. To me, when the students come back from the summer, that's kind of when I start paying attention
to football.
Yeah.
Are you excited about basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like with Cal, like everybody around here thinks, you're going to be good. Just how good? It's kind of entertaining.
What's it like to meet Bart?
Pretty great.
Yeah. I mean, really, seriously.
I drove by the golf
Seriously.
courses on the way up here, and I just looked out, and I was like, I wonder.
Yeah. I wonder if he can do it.
You think
Yeah.
you can break 80 or
I've played all of them.
break 90?
I've played all
That's
of them.
what
You
people
can break
do now.
90 on all these courses.
You drive
up
by a
here.
golf
I
course.
have.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Every single one of them, he's broken 90.
And you literally ask yourself, could Bart break 90?
Yeah.
Right when you drive by.
That's when I know I've made it. Right
That's
there.
right. That's right. You are the barometer. You're the barometer.
What about baseball? What do you think about baseball?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know. Great recruiting class so far. But, I mean, until, I don't know, the same thing was said last season, but it's hit or miss with some guys. I mean, really it is. Baseball's hard, You come from a small school. You never know how they're going to show up. Yeah, I don't know. It's a coin toss.
They just never were quite consistent enough this year. They had talent on the field, but it just never really all came together. And it was like, you know how sometimes you got your shortstop, you got your leadoff hitter, you got a couple starters, you got a couple of middle relievers, you got that closer, and they just didn't have like all of those pieces. And it was like they were kind of just moving around in all of those areas. Yeah. And so that led to some inconsistency, or guys are moving around positions, they're trying to get bats in the lineup versus defense because you don't have enough pitch or whatever it might have been. But they were still good. I mean, they still had like these. I mean, they had a streak there before they got in the postseason where they had won, 7 series or 7 straight games, whatever it was.
They just never clicked at the same time, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Like Pompey went off for that stretch. Helfrich kind of slowed down while he was going off. You had some other guys. Rutenbar slowed down at the end. If they would have clicked all at the same time, I think, those last 3 weekends, it would have been a different team.
All right, so you're rooting for Oklahoma or not?
OU, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How far you go back, as far as being a fan? What do you –
Oh, man, I went to school here in 01 to 04.
Yeah.
So I was sitting out in the hog pen
when
in
Tubes
March.
hit the home run?
Oh, yeah.
Were you really?
Oh, yeah, but me and my roommate used to sit out there, in March when there were 50 people out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nothing like it is now.
There were no grills and all that stuff.
No, we were sitting out there in chairs.
They wouldn't let you bring anything in back then either.
No, there was just mud.
Yeah.
And, we were out there, enjoying it in 02, back before Dave. So,
right.
I've gone back a long time.
I was going to say, you go back a little ways.
Yeah.
Then. All right. That's good.
Well, man, we're going to let you roll so you can get in the car and listen to Paul B. and Cardi, because he's always interesting.
Awesome.
He's got great stuff to
You're interesting, too. Seth.
Yes, Seth. That was good.
I mean, don't sell yourself short.
That was great,
man. It was great meeting you guys.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Seth from Rogers stops by to see us. We're at MACADOODLES as we're getting ready for Father's Day. $15 off their 4 Roses special barrel that they've got here this weekend. Great to see you, Seth, and glad to have you here on a Father's Day weekend. The Chuck and Bo Show rolls on here at 8:25. Paul B. and Cardi joins us next. Gotta get adjusted.
I had to adjust yesterday.
Do you like adjusting?
Not particularly, no.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Parts.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
What has the impact been? I mean, we could talk about, I know you wanted to win more games and how hard you guys fought in that game against Nebraska and how much it probably took out of you. We could go over all that. But what has it been like in the aftermath here since you've gotten home? You're talking to people, I'm sure, about next year and all that. What do you think the impact was of getting to go to the College World Series for the first year on this continuous journey you've got the Arkansas softball program on?
Well, I think we're still feeling the impact. I think it's been incredible to see the reach. Obviously, we were the most viewed opening day game in World Series history. So there's so many people that got to see our fight and all of that. But, I think, we'll be in a lot of recruiting conversations starting next week, and I think that we're going to really feel that impact because that was the only thing you couldn't check with our program. You know, it's a place where you're going to be loved, you're going to be pushed, you're going to be developed, you're going to play elite softball, you're going to win a lot of games. And there was like, they haven't been to the series. And now we've checked that, and we know how to get there, and experiencing getting there is so valuable. And so, you know, I think it's been amazing to feel and see, and my phone is still going, of just the outpouring of support and encouragement for our program, how we do things, what we did, the amazing year we had, but how we do things is really refreshing to a lot of people. And for me, it's great to hear that, but like, I know that, you know, so so it's been fun. It's been overwhelming, just the amount of just communication, text message, calls, all of it. And then I'm hoping we can continue to feel that impact as we need momentum as we go into the portal and all those things.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? MACADOODLES, or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be MACADOODLES.
MACADOODLES, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When you're looking for tough, reliable equipment for people you trust, WT Equipment delivers. WT Equipment is a local, family-owned dealership with 8 locations across Arkansas, and they've built their reputation by carrying the brands you know and depend on. From Bobcat to New Holland, Hustler, and Steel, they have the equipment and implements to get the job done right. Whether you're tackling a big job or everyday work, WT Equipment offers a full lineup of Bobcat machines built for power and performance, including compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more. Their lots are packed and ready to move with special deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built to handle any job you throw at. Nobody does light construction or hay and forage better than WT Equipment, backed by trusted service and support long after the sale. Stop by your nearest WT Equipment location today or log on to WTEquip.com. Tools you trust and people you know.
Never miss a moment of the show thanks to the Chuck and Bo Show on Demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
That is absurd to me and anybody who has a brain. Like anybody with any active brain cells at all. Like what are you?
I have brain cells, but they're not always active.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Well, Paul Biancardi's become one of the best friends of the show. I mean,
he is a go-to guy.
When you get Cal and you get in the mix for all these big-time guys, you got to have somebody that knows more than we do.
Got to have someone equally big-time.
And that's Paul Biancardi. He is the director of basketball recruiting at ESPN. Paul, thanks for joining us. Happy Father's Day weekend. I hope you're well.
Chuck and Bo, thank you guys for having me, and happy Father's Day to you two guys, and hopefully you enjoy your Sunday without any work.
Exactly. Appreciate that. And we all know that will not be the case. Ilya Frolov, the latest commitment for Arkansas. Paul, I think you know this, but going into the offseason, Arkansas fans were like, man, we got to have a big, dominant post player. We got, and you realize there's not that many of them out there. And I'm not saying by any means that's necessarily what Arkansas has gotten here, but with that in mind, how would you describe what Cal has done in going out and addressing that position?
Yeah, first of all, guys, I watched Ilya last year at the Adidas Euro Camp, and so I was very familiar with him and his game, spent time with him and evaluated him on the court. What he brings to Arkansas is somebody who can shoot a three-point shot. And when you look at the bigs at Arkansas, that's not the case, outside of Mika. He's a big guy, but he's not a dominant low post guy. He's 6'11", plays with great effort. He's got soft hands. He's got the jump hook inside, so you can throw it to him and score. But he just turned 18 yesterday on June 18th.
Wow.
So, and, he's never played with this type of physicality, this type of athletic ability. I had a chance to speak with him after his visit, and that's what he said. He goes, the athleticism, the physicality, I have to catch up to that. But when I do, I'll be okay. So I think Arkansas has provided more depth to their front court and somebody who very coachable. When you got 6'11" guys and they're coachable, I mean, his quote to me was, besides meeting John Calipari and him being a great person and very kind, he said, you know what, he could teach me a lot about the game, and I could help him win. And I want to help him win. That was his quote on social media. I mean, this kid is coming to help Arkansas basketball and to develop his game. This is a big win-win.
Paul, when you mentioned Mika's name and obviously Elia, the thing we keep hearing about Mika is he's got an array of moves. He may not be your typical low post guy, but he has an array of moves. Is Frolov, is he like that as well?
No, and he's not as athletic. Look, okay. Mika is an athletic freak. Mika's a stud. Okay, let's put him in that stud category because that's what he is. I mean, he shoots threes, and he makes it look easy. When he's open, feet are set, and he can shoot a mid-range jump shot, which is going to happen from time to time. Mika has incredible footwork. He's got a great touch inside, but he also has the instincts. Ilya has instincts, but they haven't been as developed as Mika's. And so Mika has instincts of how to go over a defender, go around a defender, and we know his athletic ability is elite, Mika's. Like offensive rebound putbacks could be highlights next year. So he's great in transition. All the things in space and in one-on-one, Mika can get a lot done. Now, Mika's got to get stronger. Mika's got to play on balance better. And he's going to have to get through tough times, meaning 2 quick fouls. How do you respond to that? How do you play the second half of the game as aggressive as the first half when you're in foul trouble? So there's a lot of maturing to do for Mika, Ilya, all these freshmen. It's a young team. It may be Cal's most athletic team. I mean, this team is big-time dynamite athletic. Wingspan, speed, power, explosiveness, you name it, Arkansas has it this year in the athletic department.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Paul, like how would you sum up what Arkansas has, and going back to the way we started with, when you come up short in the NCAA tournament, you feel like they were bigger or stronger than you, all you think about is like, well, we got to address that part. I mean, they were really good last year. They have one of the best players, if not the best player in the country in Acuff, which we'll get to maybe his status in the draft here in a second. But like when I look at this roster, they look loaded, and not every team is built the same. And again, there's not just an overwhelming amount of giant 7-foot bangers down there on the block that you can go out and get.
No, there's not, and they are coming from Europe though. The 6'11", 7-footers that want to give up playing over there and come here for a better opportunity. That's what's happening. Look at Florida. They have a returning backcourt, but they still brought in another young man from Serbia, 6'11", who can shoot. Kentucky's involved with a big kid from overseas right now. So the overseas market is still available to colleges that want to utilize it for the front court. And usually when you get guys from overseas in the front court, usually they're skilled. The front court for Arkansas, you have Mika, you have Cooper Bowser, Paolo, Maker. So there's all types of reinforcements. There's all different types of big men. This Arkansas team can shoot it a little bit. They're capable, but they're not shooters. That's not what they are this year. They are athletes, defenders, rebounders, shot blockers. It's a mix on the defensive end. And I think it has Cal a little bit excited because his teams back when he started at UMass, he couldn't get the same amount of talent as other teams back then when he ignited the program and brought it to national prominence. And then he got Camby and some other great players. But he was a defensive-minded coach. Same thing in Memphis until Derrick Rose came along. So he loves to coach the defensive side. He loves to coach paint protection, rebounding, and defense. This team's going to score from their defense next year. They have to work on half-court execution, which they can score in the half-court. They just have to work on slowing down, learning how to play with one another, get that chemistry. Thank goodness Billy Richmond is back as an elder statesman. And the young man from Georgia can score the ball, the Wilkerson kid, who, by the way, has a freakish vertical jump. So, again, this team is full of athletes. It's got high-character players, guys that give great effort. It's going to be an exciting but young team to coach.
I want to follow up on this a little bit, Paul, because I think a lot of people, when they saw Acuff and Thomas obviously gone, that's about 40-something points a ball game. A lot of it came from perimeter scoring. It sounds like they're going to be able to score in different ways, and I just wonder from a personnel standpoint, it sounds like you feel like that he does have enough players that you're going to be able to score, just may not be a great perimeter shooting team.
Yeah, you don't have Acuff to get to a bucket when the shot clock's winding down.
That's right.
I mean, when I watched Acuff in high school and the ball was in his hands with 5 seconds to go on a shot clock, it wasn't a problem. He was either going to shoot it or draw 2 defenders and give it up for a late layup. I mean, that's what he did at Arkansas, and he matured beautifully under Cal, and now it has a chance to be I think, as high as the 5th pick in the draft. So this team will score in a variety of ways. They will score with post-ups. I see this unit creating fouls. I see them scoring in transition, second-chance opportunities. They'll score in the half-court. They'll make shots, but they can't rely on their shooting because they're not a good shooting team right now. But they'll get better. Again, they're capable shooters. Certain nights, certain guys can get hot. Jordan Smith Jr., I've seen him make a bunch of threes. Abdul Torre has improved more than anyone on this roster when it comes to outside shooting. J.J. Andrews is constantly working on his jump shot. He's a great driver, post-up rebounder. So these guys want to be good shooters. They'll spend the time in the gym, and I believe they will be good shooters. And so you got to surround the post with some guys who can make some shots and drive to the bucket.
Man, I think they're going to be fun to watch. You address
very fun to watch.
Yeah.
And deep. Deep. Now you get Davey. I didn't even mention Davion Thompson, guys. He shot 37% from 3 at USA Basketball. Davion Thompson could be the unsung hero that puts it all together. Why? It takes pressure off of Jordan Smith. And Davion Thompson can play on the ball, meaning he could be the point guard and set everybody up. And he thinks the game. He's more substance than style. Or if you push him off the ball, and Jordan Smith has the ball and it attracts a lot of attention. You get guys in the post that have a lot of attention. Davion Thompson can shoot threes very well. He is a fundamentally sound guard with talent. And don't be surprised if he plays his way, up into the NBA draft someday. He's that talented of a player. I don't see it happening right away, but he's a kid that will get better over time at Arkansas. Big piece of the puzzle for the Razorbacks for next season.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm more excited than I've ever been for a summer exhibition tournament that'll be in the Bahamas in about a month, and we're going to get to watch these guys get out on the floor and play a little bit. We're in summer and we're talking about this. I mean, this is what it means to have Cal as your coach. I wanted to ask you about you touched on Acuff. You think he'd go as high as number 5. I want to go to Mika because I was told by a current pro who's playing pickup with these guys right now that he goes, man, that guy, if he's not a top 5 pick next year's draft, then there's got a whole season to go through, obviously. But he goes, this guy's unbelievable. What do you mean? He just kept saying, I don't even know what to tell you. He's just unbelievable. I mean, how good can Mika be?
Well, he can be a top 5 pick. There's no question about it. Look, he has the size, right? He's 6'11 plus. He's close to an elite athlete, if not an elite athlete, for the NBA. Not just for college, but for the NBA. His ability to process the game, to me, is very impressive. The ability to pass, dribble, and shoot, no one to do that at 6'11. How do you guard him? another big, he's too quick. He'll blow by him. He'll get to the offensive glass quicker. If you put a small guy on him, he understands to go to the mid-post. Again, he's got to mature. He's got to get stronger, and that's where coaching becomes a big part of this. But he can shoot threes, and he can block shots. The NBA looks for that with guys that are 6'11". I expect him to have a really good season. Davion Thompson will be a big reason why. You just landed a very good assist maker with all these guys who can score. So I think Mika will be a top 5 pick and finish in that realm, at least certainly a top 10 pick next year's draft. What's a good season this year, and of course he has to stay healthy.
Paul Biancardi, what a bunch of great information right
that's
there.
Good.
ESPN Director of Basketball Recruiting. Paul, you do great work. I know you're really, really busy. Really appreciate you making time for us, man. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you guys for having me.
All the best to you, Paul. Always great, man, having him on. So appreciative of him.
Mika's going to be the one. Mika's going to be the one that we'll say wow about.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to think very long.
Just listen. You know who didn't even get mentioned and all that because we were talking about the new guys?
J.J. Andrews.
He got mentioned once.
Did he? Okay.
Billy Richmond didn't even come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's pick your poison.
And he's going to play. I mean, these guys – I mean, they're just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of excited about it. I mean, this is the time of year to be excited, and then we'll react to the games when they play. And I don't, you get in this world where you're overhyping things, but dude.
Well, they're going to be
I want to see it right now. I'm ready.
I feel about basketball right now the way I felt about baseball for several years.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the hunt.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to win it.
Right.
Some years they will, some years they won't. By win it, I mean win the league and have a chance to do well in the tournament. Some years you will, some years you won't. But I feel like right now in basketball, every season, we're going to be a factor.
As good as Arkansas was at times last year offensively, we talked about what they lacked in defense, and it was kind of a trade-off. If you had to switch it and you had a team of athletes like this, that they may not be the elite scorer that Darius Acuff was, but they can score, and they're tough to guard. But can you imagine this team might overwhelm teams defensively?
It's possible.
Like that's kind of what I'm hearing about the identity of this team, and that's also really entertaining to watch. We're brought to you in part by Big Creek Golf and Country Club and the new home sites that have just been released. First new construction in 20 years. You've been hearing us talk about it. Log on to their website, bigcreekgolf.com today for more information. bigcreekgolf.com. Big Creeks and Mountain Home. If you ever wanted to live on a golf course, you wanted to live in a great community, you wanted to live in a small town that felt big with all the amenities you want, but you can be everywhere in 5, 10, 15 minutes and enjoy the life that you have, enjoy the neighbors that you have, the community that you're a part of. And again, right on the golf course, this might be for you. At a price that might surprise you, by the way. BigCreekGolf.com is the website. Big Creek Golf and Country Club and Mountain Home with home sites for sale today. It is 8:46, the Chuck and Bo Show. Bart will tell us what we're watching this weekend when we come back.
Can I say this without offending anybody? Probably not.
Let's find out.
We've taken inclusion too far.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
You know, I love talking about Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, and Bo's latest selling experience is a perfect example of why. Within 5 minutes of listing his home, Bo had a showing, and just 2 days later, he had an offer. And just like my own experience with them, they took care of everything from start to finish. That's what you get when you work with a trained real estate professional. Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, has been turning houses into homes since 1978, serving Northwest Arkansas, the River Valley, and Branson. For more information, log on to WeicherGriffin.com.
Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters, and I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you? Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamworkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at MACADOODLES or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
MACADOODLE, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
The swearing has really taken over the vocabulary, right? It's lazy, you know.
Well, when you don't know what else to say, you throw that out there. At least that's been my approach.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, this has flown by. A lot of fun here at MACADOODLES. And if you missed Roger Gildehouse and his story earlier, around 7:30, check it out on the podcast. I mean, just a cool story of how he started this place and what he's learned about customer service. And I just find his story quite Americana, actually. He was frustrated at customer service, and so he did something about it.
Just bought the land across the street.
And he's taking care of it. By the way, MACADOODLES with special bourbon, 4 Roses by a special batch, special barrel, $15 off a bottle if you're looking for a Father's Day gift. Bart, what are we watching this weekend? MACADOODLES always bringing you what to watch. MACADOODLES right here in Pineville or at Guess Who in Bentonville.
Yeah, well, it starts today. World Cup, the United States back in action today at 2 o'clock against Australia. That game on Fox. Other matches later in the day. Scotland and Morocco, Brazil and Haiti, and Turkey and Paraguay.
That Scotland-Morocco matchup. That'll be a.
It actually should be a really good match.
That's why I said it.
He circled it.
Well, yeah.
That's why I've got it circled.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew it'd be good.
U.S. Open going on as well. Coverage underway now. I believe on the USA. Switching over to Peacock later in the day, and then maybe back to NBC, depending on what goes on there. And then NBC will have the coverage over the weekend, of course. College World Series starts this weekend, starts tomorrow. The championship series, Oklahoma and North Carolina, that gets underway tomorrow at 7 on ESPN.
All right, there you go.
It's a full weekend right there.
Yeah, we got, and the College World Series is something I'm interested to see on Saturday. I want to mention the Warfield Studios today. We were on location, mobile, but don't forget it's Idaho's most awarded distillery that's now Arkansas owned and operated. This is something you need to try if you haven't already, whether it's the whiskey or the gin or the vodka, organic spirits, and single malt whiskey. Some taste more like a scotch, some taste more like a bourbon. But you can go to drinkwarfield.com, enter your zip code, just scroll down just a little bit, and you'll see a zip code enter that you can put in, and it'll tell you where you can get Warfield near you in Arkansas. Quite a few places right now. Again, Warfield owned and operated right here in Arkansas. Well, we got really excited about Arkansas basketball.
Yeah,
today.
we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Mika.
Really fired up about that. Recruiting seems to be going pretty well in football.
Hey,
a lot of activity.
I mean they're busy. They're signing guys. We'll find out how good they are. Sometimes rankings and numbers tell you the story. Sometimes they don't. I'm anxious to see as we move forward. Where the trend line is in terms of football. They, as you've said, they've got more to work with now in terms of finances than they've had before. As we move forward, not just now, not just this recruiting class, but next 2 or 3 years.
Big shout out to all the fathers. Happy Father's Day to all
Yes.
you dads out there. Being a dad's an important role. Let's treat it responsibly. And Paula Abdul, happy birthday. How old is Paula Abdul?
52.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta guess older.
What's your guess?
It's got to be like 60.
64.
Wow. Still getting it done.
64.
Still getting it done.
Still getting it done.
Does it for you,
You
does she?
got to give her credit, man. Still
does
getting
it
it done.
So for
don't act like you never heard
here's
that.
the Paula Abdul, still getting it done. And for all of us at the Chuck and Bo Show,
Make me
and
laugh.
Paula Abdul, get it done this weekend.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connection